It's gonna be a great day. The sun is shining, the day is bringing surprises, so I gotta do my thing and help my friends win. We're on a collective mission to elevate our positions, to collect the funky dividends. So I offer a helping hand to my fellow sisters and brothers, encouraging them to...
Hi everybody, welcome back to Fire with Dr. Ninja Turtle. This is going to be a shocker video. I am going to talk about my income streams and how they have changed over the past 5 to 6 years, and why today you are going to apply for Social Security with me. I called the Social Security office earlier today, and I talked to a lady who explained to me that if I apply for Social Security now, and I thought I would apply for Social Security and get it in January, she explained that if I apply to start in January, I will not receive my first Social Security check until February. The other thing that she explained and that we talked about at length is my teaching income. Because I make more than the minimum limit, and I'm going to get into that after I go through this application. I'm not sure how much of the application I'm going to show online, but I'm going to do my best with this. So we are going to apply for Social Security together. After that, I will explain why I am taking Social Security at this time, and the caveat that my teaching income will put me over the earnings limit and how that money is treated when you go over the Social Security earnings limit. First, let's look at how to apply. Here is the apply online. So that's what I'm going to do. When I get to anything personal, that part of the clip won't be in the video. So it's telling me to gather a checklist of all the items that I'm going to need to apply. And I should have all the items with me. There are quite a few items to gather up here. And so I'm going to get all of these items together, then I have a couple of meetings, and after my meetings are over, I'm going to come back and finish this application. And this is the page where we were before, so we're going to start again because it timed out while I was getting all of the documentation together. So now it's having me log into my Social Security account. And so I will need my phone because it sends a code to my third-party app. So I will need my phone. So we will pause the recording until I get myself logged in. Well, everyone, that didn't go as planned. I got partway through the application, and I couldn't show you the application because it was asking too many personal questions. But I got partway through the application, and then it somehow kicked me out because I realized that one of my 3 colleges does not pay into Social Security. So I was estimating my income too high. So I started to back up on the form to go back and change it, and then it kicked me out. And what they have is they have a re-entry number that they give you so that you can put this code in to re-enter and go back into a pre-existing application. Well, I tried the pre-entry number and it didn't work. So I had to start the application all over again. But because I already had all of my data sitting right here, it literally took me 15 minutes to go in and reapply. But I want to run you through just a little bit of background information that I have here to tell you how I got to this point. So when I was working for the federal government, one, I was demoted, so my income went down from six figures over the course of time to about 80,000 a year. Well, I got my PhD and started teaching. Well, I raised my teaching income to be a little over 80,000 a year, which replaced my federal government income, and then I could retire. That was fine, except that my federal government pension, because of the demotion and all the years that I had low pay, only is about 22,000 a year. Also, the 12,000 a year is about what I'm getting now as cash flow from my rentals. It's not much. It's not very much cash flow, and it's variable. Some months I get nothing. So I don't rely on my rental cash flow at all. The other variable is my teaching income. It went down from 80,000 a year, and it's been going down month by month or year by year. And this year, I don't think that I'll make 50,000 a year. But again, until I was filling out this application, I did not realize and think in my head that one of my three colleges does not pay into Social Security. They have an alternative to Social Security. So really, only two of my colleges count, which is less than 50,000. It's really about 40,000 is what I really made this year as far as Social Security is concerned. So the amount that you can make in Social Security before there's a penalty in 2025 is $23,400. And so I will scroll this up so that we can see more of this information. And so what we have here is that if 23,400 is my earnings limit and I make 40,000, that means that about 10,000 or so is going to be over the limit. And that's how much that Social Security is going to keep. Now my numbers here were based on 50,000, and that was for 2 years, but it's going to be less than that. So over the course of 2 years, I had it as 26,600 that I would have a reduced benefit. I get that money back once I turn 67 years old, but it will actually be less than 26,000, meaning 13,300 per year. It will actually be less than that because less of my W-2 income is reported to Social Security. So I will get more in Social Security than I had originally planned, which I had originally planned it that I would get 21,000 a year from Social Security. I will get more than that because I make less according to Social Security. What is not considered in this is my pension or my investment income, which is my rental income cash flow. So those items are not considered in my Social Security. I hope that my rental income cash flow increases over the years as I snowball down the payments on my rental properties. So that is where I'm at today. So I am starting Social Security in January of 2026 and talking to the person at Social Security. The first payment check will be February of 2026. And how they reduce your benefits based on the income that you make is that they stop your checks at the last few months of the year. So they will calculate in October whether or not I've been paid enough or overpaid, and I will not receive Social Security checks in October, November, December, and maybe for even 4 months, but most likely those last 3 months. And the same thing will happen in 2027, is I will receive Social Security, which will cover all of my expenses. Just so you know, my Social Security is basically double of what my government pension is. So that basically doubles my income in retirement and also gets me back up to the 80,000 a year that I was making when I worked for the federal government. And that's one reason that I've changed my mind about waiting another 2 years to take Social Security. Also, you all know that I am getting a new home, and this Social Security will pay for my new home without me having to come out of pocket any money whatsoever. Thank you for watching. This has been just a quick update on me applying for Social Security. Remember, never let your past determine your future.